Another star on my display, calling out from far away, calling out from far away. No one's been here before me now. I'll find a way, don't matter how. Through the dark and endless night, past the points of fading light. Every world that catches my eye makes me want to touch the sky. And I know that I was made for this. Every system holds another gift. Every horizon calls my name. Nothing left to hold me back again. Out here where the stars are bright and new, there's always one more frontier to break through. Break through. Shots are blank and sensors clear. All these wonders drawing near. Let them say it can't be done, while I'm chasing distant suns. In my ship I feel alive, as these cosmic waves I ride. Every scan reveals the way to places where I'll make my way. We are all explorers at heart, born to push the boundaries of art. Time to rise, time to fly, beyond what meets the eye. Beyond. Every horizon calls my name. Nothing left to hold me back again. Out here where the stars are bright and new, there's always one more frontier to break through. Break through. I hear the call of distance, and I know I found my place. Oh, found my place.
Oops. Okay, I think it's mostly working here tonight. Welcome in. I'm going to apologize in advance already for the damn smoke detector chirping. Already got one new battery in it. I guess I might just take it down. I don't know. At any rate, if you watch me at all or seen any of my videos lately, I am 20,000 light years out from the bubble, doing looking for exobiology. And I brought my carrier out here. Bubble's over there, galactic core is over there. I'm over here, 20,000 light years or so from the bubble, and I just parked my carrier here, and I've been, going around in random directions, just looking at systems and seeing what we can find. Oh, my eyeball. Don't find anything new, but hopefully we'll find some stuff. Last time I went, let's see, I've gone up, down, west, north, south, southwest. I think this time I'll go about 100. I'll set a course about 150 light years this way. Doesn't matter. And check the intervening stars. What I'll do is I'll plot a course with small, tiny jumps, so I get a, 40 or 50, systems on the route. Set economical mode. Auto route over here, and so that's 39 jumps. So we'll see how far we get tonight before I get too tired and worn out. I'm in my Mandalay. Last couple of nights I've been, or days I've been doing the Cobra Mark IV, but I'm switching back to the Mandalay. Just because, my favorite ship. Anybody has any questions about the game, feel free to ask. This smoke detector chirping will piss me off eventually, and I will turn my mic off unless somebody says something or I have something to say. I will stop. I'll turn the mic off so y'all don't hear that damn thing chirping. I do apologize for that. I've already checked the current system I'm in, and there's nothing here in this system. But we'll go see. Let's go see. See what we find.
You are now clear of the area. See you soon.
I'm gonna switch out a full screen because this is my Twitch layout screen. I don't have one set up yet for YouTube. That crap at the bottom of the screen is Twitch followers and things. I can turn my camera on, I guess, maybe? I might turn that back off in a little bit when I decide to pick my nose or something, but let's see what we got
Scanning
here.
for information.
If anything. 44. I hate scanning large systems, I really do. Usually there's nothing there. So I'll put some distance between me and the star so the star doesn't obscure much of the sky and hide something behind it. Damn, smoke detector. That ought to be far enough. Let's see what we got. No earth likes or anything though. Oh well. Out in this region that I'm in, I have found some good quantity of stratum tectonica. I have about the only thing I really haven't found here is notable stellar phenomena, and I would say Electricaea and Recepta. That's two types of biology if you don't play the game or do this stuff. But I found some Recepta the other night, not very far from the carrier. Of course, I don't go very far from the carrier, but I haven't found any Electricaea yet, so maybe we'll get lucky. Not that it pays really well or anything, but it's Electricaea glows in the dark, and it's really cool. You come down on the Terminators, you know, or just dusky side, or complete darkness, you can find it. It does when you get close enough. It's actually glowing, really cool.
Commander, show us what you're gonna see.
Now let me know if the music should disappear pretty much when I'm talking, that or the chirp detector chirps, but you know, let me know if it's too loud or anything.
Your voice stays calm, like always does. Radiation spiking now.
I think that takes care of all the clusters
Incredible in the
stuff here. I saw something over here. Probably one I don't expect to find much except gas giants. And what was that? Was that you know, those rock? Well, there might be a high metal content. There might be something on the high metal content working, but the rest of the stuff, if I find anything on these icy bodies, is going to be neon methane or argon. It's going to be bacteria or fonticulin. Not anything worthwhile. I won't even go down for that. It's not worth it. Doesn't pay enough. My threshold is usually about 4 or 5 million base value. Nexobiology pays really well compared to a lot of other things in this game. If you get the discovery bonus, which everything out here is pretty much undiscovered anyway, I will you'll get a multiplier times 5. So if you find something great like Stratum Tectonica, which is 19 million, you know, you basically get 95 million for that when you cash in. So, really awesome. Now, the other day on YouTube, somebody said something in chat, and I'm supposed to get a little noise when somebody chats, so I don't miss it. But I have 3 chat windows, literally 3 different chat windows up. You know, I should see it move if somebody says anything. But if you do say something and I don't respond, bear with me. I try to be very attentive to chat. Chat's the priority. When I stream, I would, when I'm streaming, you know, I'm streaming to you guys, and I like to interact with people in chat. I'm glad y'all guys can't hear it. I have 4 relatively new kittens. They're 4 months old, and they are going crazy outside my door. They got 2 speeds, you know, sleep and high-speed zoom. And they are zooming tonight. At least right now. They'll wear out and go back to sleep, take a nap here soon. But what they do. Almost halfway. I'm halfway scanning this DM system, which is not going to have anything of high value probably. We'll see.
Tell me what it feels like, landing where no foot has stepped, breathing air that's never known human lungs or human breath. Every star you've touched, every world you've found, is a trail of light where no soul has been. But cortisone, when the fuel runs low and the void grows cold, will you remember us back on distant Earth? When the engines fail and the cars go dead, will you know we're here singing of your worth? But cortisone, void walker, chart the past we'll never see. But cortisone, star talker, make the unknown proudly. Through the infinite and vast, you're the first, you won't be last. But cortisone, our guiding star, show us all just who we are. Commander, we believe in you. Every jump, every landing true. In the silence of the void, your courage cannot be destroyed.
System scan complete.
I am steady talking away with the microphone muted. Professional streamer here. I was just saying that getting the game and OBS software, streaming software, crashed earlier during the stream. It took me a little while to get it cleaned up enough so that it would restart. After the stream, the second stream was over, I rebooted the computer and stuff, and hopefully I won't have any more problems with that. At least for a while. 12 bodies in this system. So that's much better. That's much better than 44 bodies. I can scan 12 bodies quickly and find out that there's nothing here but rocks. We'll see. Yeah, there's not going to be much here. When I say nothing here, I'm talking about life forms. Yeah. OBS doesn't crash very often. I see there's a new version. I need to update my OBS. I'm kind of scared to until I back up a lot of my settings. I mean, I've updated it several times and not had any trouble, but you never know. I don't want to lose all my hard created scenes. Let's go up. I don't like going down. Let's go upwards there. Yeah, there's not going to be anything here because I can tell by the type of planetary bodies they are. And if there is anything on these little icy bodies, it's just going to be methane or bacteria or fonticula. And those are low-paying items. I won't even effort those because they don't pay enough for my time. Usually average about 300 million in a 3-hour period. That's about my running average. There's nothing here. If y'all don't know Sweet Star, she streams on YouTube here. She streams Fortnite. So y'all should check her out.
Vectors. 3, 2, 1.
Everything looks stable though. Fingers crossed. I wasn't going to stream tonight. I was just going to watch some other streamers, but I'm wide awake pretty much right now, so I thought I'd play some more. Nothing here, just one body, and that would be the star. We shall press on.
Frame shift drive charging.
My ship's running true. This in your face. Beyond the last outpost where no maps can guide. I'm charting the darkness with you on my mind. The void
What am I doing here? Nothing here.
Frame shift drive charging.
I forgot to press the jump button.
Jumping to next system. Frame shift now engaged. No anomalies detected.
I had a good time earlier. I was streaming on Twitch. Other than the game crashing, I found some good stuff and looking for some canyons to go flying in. I might take a break from looking at rocks and fly through some canyons at high speed and try not to die. 2 stars here relatively close together. 3 stars actually. 4 stars. It says 4 stars. I'll put some distance between me and them. I don't have to quite search so much of the sky to find these things. Looks like they're all behind me. Let's see what we got. Ooh. We got a high metal content. Maybe there'll be something on it. Maybe there won't be. Anything behind the stars? Nope. Nothing on it. Damn it. Oh well. There won't be anything here then.
System scan complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four,
Leaving system.
2, 1, engage.
Complying.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Body 1. Needs mapping criteria. High value body. Body 60. Methane atmospheric landable with life. Landable with atmosphere. Body 6B. Methane atmospheric landable with life. Landable with atmosphere. Body 2. Meets mapping criteria. High value body. System discovery complete. First body to
Okay.
phase 1.
Excuse me, the only thing here is bacteria and fonticula, so I'm not going to worry about those. Pay anything, they're only 1,000,000 credits. So.
Frameshift drive charging.
Course adjustment.
2, 1,
Faster than light velocity reached. Completing system scan. Standby.
fuel scooping complete.
Body 2 grams. Argon atmospheric landable with life. Landable with atmosphere.
Between the rocks and stars tonight, scanning wide and deep. My ship's lights catch the crystals bright. These treasures I will keep. Moving slow, precise and strong, where no one else would dare. Found my path where I belong, in this endless air. The distance calls my name, no map can show the way. Each moment not the same, as patterns start to sway. In fields of stone I found my throne, among the cosmic dust and light. What others fear I hold so
Body
dear,
1
my
PM.
kingdom
Nested
in the
moon.
night. In the night. What's mine to find? Red alert, they're closing in. Quick moves through asteroid rain.
Well, nothing here, so press on.
Frameshift drive charging.
By nothing, I mean, in that Argon planet there was bacteria. If I get desperate, I'll go down and look at something, some rocks, and look at some geysers or something.
Jumping to next system.
Have to be pretty bored for that, though.
Quite the same, as patterns lead the way. In fields of stone, I found my throne, among the cosmic dust and light. What others fear,
Confirming data for photography.
dear, my kingdom in the night. In the night. What's mine to find?
Alright, 7 bodies here. That's a good number. Again, I apologize for the smoke detector chirping. Keep turning the microphone off. Then I keep talking and the microphone's off. What's here? High metal content, maybe. Here. Oh, there's another one here. There'll be
Body 5.
bacteria,
Neon
cheap
with life.
bacteria.
Landable with atmosphere.
In fields of stone, I found my throne.
You might ask, a discerning person might ask, how do you know it's bacteria? Well, my experience, 2 ways. My experience tells me neon, argon, and methane with 1 or 2 biologicals are almost always bacteria or fonticula. And I have a third-party
Neon
tool
atmospheric
that
landable.
lists the
Landable with
possible
atmosphere.
types that might occur
Neon atmospheric
on a
landable with
planet,
life.
and it tells me that
Make
there's a
list of new
bacteria, the
personal
cheap
codex
kind.
entry.
There's telling me on this
With
planet that there are
atmosphere.
3 possible types of
5 of
bacteria,
6
3 different
premium
bacteria that might
materials.
occur, and they all are cheap ones, so I'm not going to worry about it, but just looking to see. That third-party tool is free. It's called Elite Observatory. There are several tools that you can use, though, like ED Copilot. I think one's called SRB Survey or something. A couple of others.
Frameshift drive charging.
This hard, I couldn't find the words to make.
And if I refined anything, you'll hear the Elite Observatory talking and saying things like how much it's worth, how far I have to go to get the next sample of it, things like that. That's real helpful. It can tell by looking at the journal logs what my current position is. So, If you have to go 500 meters to get the next sample, it will tell me when I've gone at least 500 meters. You know. There's nothing here, just the star.
Frameshift drive charging.
At this rate, we might make it to the end of the plotted course before we find anything.
Jumping to
Pretty
next
little nebula up there. Not quite as close as it looks, but there's several little nebulas not too far from here. Most of the nebulas are fairly bland. Once you get up to them, they're just kind of brownish red, but there are exceptions. Some nebulas are quite nice looking, like the Western Veil Nebula, the Bubble Nebula.
Looping complete.
That nebula right there, it looks like it'd be cool up close, but I just wonder if it really would be. And there's 3 bodies here, but there are 3 stars, so there's no planets. We press on.
Charging.
I know there's 3 stars. It's listed in the upper right there. It says A, B, and C, among other things.
leaving system. Hyperspace velocity reached.
I stream much more, currently I stream much more on Twitch than I do on YouTube. All of my videos, all my Twitch streams are generally, copies of them are uploaded to YouTube, so
Gathering information.
you might see a lot of videos if you subscribe to me or anything here. A lot of exobiology, some other things. Some YouTube shorts. Just getting into that though, and I am trying to expand my footprint on YouTube with my live content and stuff, and build more of a community here. I need a couple of hundred more subscribers on YouTube. It would help a whole lot. I have to watch how I word things, because on Twitch, the subscriber is a paid thing. And when you subscribe on YouTube, that's like a follower on Twitch. They're different things. The good thing about YouTube so far, I guess not being monetized and stuff, is there's not really any ads. That's a bad thing on
Body
Twitch.
5. Neon
It's cheap
atmospheric
bacteria,
landable with
it's
life.
neon.
Landable with atmosphere.
Thinking about doing
Body
some
2.
I've streamed a
Argon rich
couple of times on
atmospheric
Kick.
Landable with
I
atmosphere.
haven't really. I'm set up to stream on Kick. I just
Body 4.
really haven't done it
Neon
much.
atmospheric landable with life.
System scan.
Landable with
I might try doing
atmosphere.
some of the multi-streaming on YouTube and Kick at the same time, since I'm not monetized on either one of those platforms. Issue. Kind of a pain to do that with Twitch. You are allowed to multi-stream on Twitch and other platforms, but they got some weird rules in the way they interpret them, so I won't be doing that.
Frameshift drive charging.
Leaving system. Interstellar travel. Engaging now.
Cela possible dans ce grand inconnu. The readings of the scanner show a world we've never
Scanning.
known.
Fuel sweeping complete.
My heart beats faster as I fly. Will they remember my name when all these stars fade away? Will they remember my name, or will I drift through time and space? Remember my name.
Body A6. Meets mapping criteria. High value body. Body A5.
Silence.
Meets mapping criteria. High value
I
body.
question why I roam, but every new discovery makes this path my own. Yes, they'll remember.
That was weird. My mouse just stopped working in the game. That's odd though. There's two water worlds in orbit of each other. That's kind of cool. I might want to go map them just on the principle. In this game, when you discover things, you get your name associated with it. And when you map things, you get an entry that says first mapped by, or first discovered by, first footfall, first person to walk on it. You know, if you can walk on it, if you can land on it. That's kind of cool. I mean, it goes on forever. I mean, it's not just you. Any other player
Body B3.
that
Meets mapping criteria.
comes through will see that
High
you've
value
already been
body.
there. It's kind of cool to have a legacy like
Body
that.
B60. Carbon dioxide.
And we got to
atmospheric
check that because that's
blendable with life.
possibly, it's got one
Blendable
biological
with atmosphere.
bacteria and possibly some type of stratum. There are two types of stratum possible. Neither one of them are the highest paying one, but one of them is stratum cucumis. It pays really good too, so we'll go be checking that out too. We'll tell once we map the surface, it'll tell us what type of
Meets mapping
biology. Well,
criteria.
what
High
genus. It
value
won't tell us
body.
specifically the variant of what's there. Like it may tell me there's
Mapping
stratum there, but it
criteria.
won't be able to tell me what
High
type of
value
stratum
body.
is there when I map just by mapping it. Wow, it's,
I've known each signal getting weaker every breath I take. My heart beats even faster.
hoping there's more high metal contents here, so I'm hoping that there's something good here.
I'll chart the path that no one's ever
3 geologic features. Nada. Nada. And more nada. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, this is good.
Body A7. Meets mapping criteria.
I found an
High
Earth-like,
value
2
body.
water worlds and an Earth-like. This is nice. I mapped that too. We'll be in this system for a little bit.
System discovery complete.
Okay.
First body to map is A5.
See, you want to go B6A, but look, see what's closest first. The water worlds and stuff and the Earth-like. There's the 2 water worlds in there. And we'll go here and map that, then we'll map that, then we'll map that, then we'll come over to B6 and see what kind of life we have there. And just to be sure, never can tell. I mean, out where I'm at, it's unlikely no one's been here before, but if you click on the star, it'll tell you if anyone's been here, if it's anyone else had discovered it previously. So no one has, so it's all mine. I'll get all the credits for these. Not money. Well, you get some money for scanning them, but it's pretty trivial. This is just going for getting your name in the book, you know.
beyond the edge of every. I'll chart the path that no one's ever shown. Breaking free from gravity, I'm on my own. What lies beyond the edge of everything
We
I've
got 2 Earth-likes, look like they're orbiting each other, and a smoke detector, and I'm going to do a nice graceful loop of shame here. If I was on Twitch, I'd say type in exclamation loop, but I don't have that set up on this yet. To increment my loop of shame counter and make some snide comment. For doing, such a poor performance or demonstration of piloting skills. Wasn't a loop of shame, that was a tactical reconnaissance loop. Yeah, Won't take very long to map these. Earthlights I gotta get a picture of though. From my collection of Earthlights I've discovered. I've discovered probably, I don't know, 70, 60 Earthlights, I don't know. You don't need to be too close to this thing. Don't forget the Prime Directive. Hey, Gweezer. Thanks for dropping by. Prime Directive, there's no such thing. The wrong game.
Surface scanned by 50%.
How bad a shot did I do there? Man, almost got it. 2 probes. Use 3. How you doing this evening? Do you play the game, or you just happen to see me streaming and stumble across me? I'm sorry about the smoke detector chirping. There's literally nothing I can do about it short of taking a baseball bat to it. I already put a battery in it over there.
Surface scan complete.
Next body to map is A6.
Pure stumble. Got another battery to try though. Okay, we got this one mapped. Let's go find the other water world, and then we'll E6. Then we'll go map that Earth life, and then we'll go find that life on that other planet. We'll see what kind of life it is and whether we're going to worry about going down and or genetically sampling it or not. See if we can do another loop of shame here. Yeah, baby. Hit the nitrous. Go fast, juice. We'll be landing on that one planet if it's got this stratum on it. We're down to see what it is. If I go to the trouble to go down to the planet, land on the planet, I'll sample it, even if it's low paying stuff. Have you ever heard of this game before, Gweezer? This is Elite Dangerous Odyssey. It's really more of a space simulator than a game. But let me know if you've never heard of it, and I'll explain what the game is and what it involves. But if you know, you know.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Breaking through the dark,
Oh man, what am I missing?
trace.
Oh, you're one of the people that played the original, huh? What am I missing? Really? That ought to do it. I've only been playing this, I started out in Elite Horizons. I've been playing this since basically December 2020, or January 2025, or 21.
Map is A7.
C64 version, wow, that's like back in the 80s or something, isn't it? Yeah, which, I think 7 is the Earthlight, but let's be sure. Shit. These just be popping up here. All right, let's go map this and get some pictures. Game's come a long way, long way since those versions. I've seen it. I've never played it. It's odd because back in the 80s, I was in the Air Force, and I mean, I played some games, and a lot of the people I worked with played games that I'd never even heard of any version of Elite Dangerous. And the only reason I was new to Twitch, and I was like watching some gamers and stuff, and I stumbled across a guy playing Elite Dangerous Horizons, and I watched him several streams of his, and I was like, man, I like that game. And it came out for free on Epic, so I got it, and haven't looked back since. Been playing it a lot in the last 4 years. 42 weeks of game time so far. I was like, man, I've been playing for this for 4 years, and I've played it just 10 weeks shy of a year in game. So almost a quarter of the time I've had this game, I mean, that 4-year period, I've been in the game. I'm retired. So I wasn't retired when I started playing it, but I retired a couple of years ago, so my gameplay's really increased. And I started streaming 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago. I guess it's my 3-year anniversary on Twitch soon. Guess I need to go a little faster here. I'll never get there. There's no shame in a loop of shame. Yeah, it does have a learning curve. Well, the only problem is if you wait 5 or 6 years between the times you play it, the game's different. I mean, they add more stuff and everything, so the core version of the game is the same. Horizons part of the game is the same, except now you can land on thin atmosphere planets. You can walk around on foot and stuff and do some on-foot missions and things, you know, PvP on foot. But, you know, that basic gameplay, at least the flying stuff, is about the same. Graphics are much better, different. Well, better is kind of a... depends on what you're looking at, but... graphics are pretty good. It's pretty realistic on its gameplay or flight characteristics of your ships and stuff. If you disregard the speed of light and things like that, but I mean, the way the ship's handling and the planetary motions and things are all pretty good. Yeah, that version of like wireframe ships and stuff. I don't know what the C64 version looked like, but I watched. There's a guy on YouTube that he actually plays, and maybe even on Twitch. He plays the original version, and I'm like, I watch that, and I like go, that doesn't look fun to me at all. Even thinking back then in the 80s, that doesn't look too fun to me. I mean, it looks so hokey, but definitely nice now. Wireframe, yeah. But then again, you're talking to somebody who used to play Star Trek on an IBM 360 teletype type terminal, you know, ASCII art, if you will. It doesn't look like an Earth-like as much as it does the fancy water world. Let's go around. Go around the ice cap here and see if we see something that looks more like Earth. Yeah, there's some continents there. Whee! I found an Earth-like. Your first games are on teletype. You must be not a teenager like me. I'm not a teenager. I was on I can't remember if it was on YouTube or Twitch the other night, and somebody asked me how old I was. I told them I was 67. They said, it seems like there are more people that are older that play this game. I said, well, most of the people that are older that played the game probably played it back in the 80s when it first came out. You're just under a decade younger than me. There are a lot of... the average age of people that play this game does seem to be a little higher than your average, you know, first-person shooter games and stuff. Come on, there we go.
Surface scan complete.
Next body to map is B4.
We got him. Let's see if we can get us a picture here. Go down a little lower. My photo album. Let me turn my camera off here a moment. I'm going to try to capture the screen. Well, I'm on the VOD. I want to maybe get some video here that I can use for something. There's my ship. Name is Curious Cat. All my stuff is cat related. It's a Mandalay. It's one of the more recent ships that has come out. Let's put some distance here and see if we can. But I had the microphone on. Oh well. Back to normal. Now let's go find that life on B6A and find out if it's the good stuff or if it's going to be something that I'm going to ignore. Maybe a little ways away, but it's okay. I have a Super Cruise override drive. That's one of the best things they added in this game. I don't know if you've ever done it or anything. Sometimes you may come across something that's 100,000 light seconds away and it takes forever to Super Cruise there. Like right now it's saying I'm in a gravity well, but as I accelerate, I hit this puppy though and get up to like 4,000 times the speed of light and really shakes off the time for the travel. I mean, that actually has a lot of bearing on whether I'll check on something if it's 120,000 light seconds away and it's going to take me 15 minutes to Super Cruise to it or something, but the odds of it something having something good, you know, to do. I mean, I'll go. It's the chance of it. You know, it's just not worth it. But this makes it much easier. You should get back into the game though. Back in the game. Send me an in-game friend request. Assuming, well, I assume you have a PC, but you can hook up and we can wing up, team up, go kill some pirates or something. Or you can hop on my carrier and we'll go out in the middle of deep space and you can do some exploration the easy way. I'm always asking people if they want to, you know, I'll announce in my Discord or something that I'm going to be going out, spend a week, you know, out somewhere and park the carrier and just, you know, do some exploration, exobiology stuff, and no one ever takes me up on it. Oh, you are? I can understand that. I have like 20 games and I've only played 2. I played this game all the time, and there's a cat game called Stray that I fell in love with when I saw it, and I bought it and I played it. Sadly, it's one of those games it's predefined. The outcome is you just have to go through certain obstacles and solve puzzles and things to get to the end, but it took me 4 hours to finish the game the first time, and the second playthrough it took me about an hour and a half or something. Still a cute game though. I love Stray. They need a sequel. Amazing how many people have actually heard of Stray when I mention it. A friend of mine played another cat game that was kind of cute. Little Kitty in Big City. Wasn't really my type of game, but it was fun to watch though. But I like Stray because of all the side quest puzzle solving things you had to do. And I'd watch some other streamers after I played through it and stuff, and no one wants spoilers, and I'd say, I'll tell you if you ask me, but my best suggestion I can give you is explore everything. Explore everywhere you can, and you'll find what you're looking for with a little thought. It's like pulling teeth though. I mean, you watch someone do it and they just can't figure out the thing and you go, it's right there behind the picture frame, you know? Yeah, it wasn't as cat-like as Stray is. Stray has a lot of cat mannerisms down really good. I tell you, the first time though, I saw the beginning of Stray, it was heart-wrenching. Oh my gosh. I'm a cat lover. I have 8 cats. I don't intend to have 8 cats, but 5 of the cats are guests, kinda, sorta. When it was below freezing over the winter, there was a pregnant female outside semi-feral type cat that would come around and eat food. And with her boyfriend was gorgeous too, man. I don't know where he went, but he turned out to be pregnant, so I kept her inside because I know she'd had a litter before that didn't make it out there in the wild. So I kept her, and now these kittens are here. She's here, and the kittens are all great. They're almost 4 months old now. Yeah. And I just lost my best buddy, Smokey. He was one of my core cats. My core cats I've had since, oh my gosh, 2005. They're probably 12, 13 years. Everybody's getting kind of long in the tooth, you know, but he passed away pretty suddenly, and that hurt. I'm very attached to my cats. Cats are family to me. I don't take a cat unless I intend to, keep them for life, take care of them. Now, Tux, that's the daddy cat of the babies. As soon as the cold weather was over, I put him back out, but he was a gorgeous tuxedo cat. But he'd been coming around for years. And I've been putting food out and stuff, and after the babies are born, he stopped coming around. I don't think it was by choice. I think something happened to him. Because he would come around 4 or 5 times a week, and he would hang out with me on the porch, and he was very friendly. He was a weird cat, though, because he would meow coming down the street or through the woods. As he's approaching, you could hear him coming from, a block away. I don't know how he survived that long out in the woods where I live, You have to pop another. Okay, we got it. Oh, we got stratum. We're going down, guys. And there's 2 types of stratum this could be. The Cucumis or the Palus. The Cucumis is 16.2 million credits base value. The other one's only 1.3 million. That 16, multiply that times 5, and that's a good payday. We're going to go down and get us it doesn't matter which one it is. If I have to go down, find out which one of the 2 it is, I'm going to be getting it anyway. So, what do we look like here? We'll go over here. We'll be walking around on the planet. Yeah, if you're anywhere near South Mississippi, let me know. I'll be glad to let you have one of these cats. I'll hook you up with 1 or more. If you're a cat lover, and you pass my background check, and etc., etc. I told people, I said, I'll give you a kitten, but it ain't going to be a barn cat. Alright, let's see what we got here. The mama cat still, she stays indoors all the time now. But she's still not the same as the other cats. She's friendly enough, don't get me wrong. And she's mostly litter box trained. I say mostly. That's probably one of my biggest peeves is... I don't know if it's because of the kittens in the name. I brought kittens in or the other cats, but a couple of my other cats, have started not using the litter box as much as they should, and that's real. I find that real annoying. And there's the stratum right there in front of us. That looks like same colors on both of these. So let's see.
Landing gear.
Gravity? I forgot about gravity. Okay. That may be cucumbus or cucumis. It could be the high value one. Let's see what we got. Come on, let me land. You know you want to let me land. It's not rocket science. Here we go. You're in UK. Got a kitten local to us that's trying to adopt us. I heard that. My core cats that I have, I got them as kittens. And they are actually the product of a neighbor's cat down the street. But they were kittens, and they kept following the kids to the bus stop, and we live right next to the bus stop. So they would show up in my yard all the time, and I finally adopted them. But Tux, the Tux cat, he adopted me, and the mama cat finally adopted me to some degree. But cats do tend, man, that looks like Payless. We'll see which it is.
Stratum Peleus confirmed.
That's the cheap one. Oh
Base
well.
91.36 million. Minimum sample distance 500 meters.
And all my chips and things are named after cats or cat related stuff. I ran out of cat names because I have a bunch of ships and I haven't had that many cats in my life. I have a couple of friends in the UK that either follow me or show up. Rodney and remember the other guy's name? That's horrible. Rodney, well, he's here on YouTube. He's always complaining that he always misses my streams. But he watches the VODs.
Minimum distance reached. You've traveled over 500 meters from previous sample.
At any rate, about the cats, you know, they'll be alright. I've tried to keep the kittens separate from the other cats to some degree. I've got them kind of much
Second partial sample
confined to
collected.
upstairs while my other cats are downstairs. Because I intended to get rid of them. I didn't want to bond with them much or anything, but you know how it is. They're escaping now. They're big enough that they can pretty much escape any barricade I put up. And you know, unless I go all the way to the ceiling, they climb out or jump over things. They do get along with my dog. All the cats get along with my dog. I don't know why that is.
Traveled over 500 meters from
Even that
previous
tuxedo
sample.
cat, the outside cat, got along with the dog. I have a pit bull, and she's as friendly as everything. But these kittens, you know, at very first they were kind of wary of her, but that disappeared real quick. I keep waiting for one of them to jump on her back or something, because they jump on my back, and that's not fun. The other day I was bent down doing something, and one of them jumped on my back. And they have claws. They'll like crawl up my leg and stuff, you know, climb up my pants, things like that. Assuming I'm wearing pants, if I'm wearing shorts, it's a bad day for me, but
Sample collection complete.
or I'll go out there and I'll just sit with them a while, and they will, all four of them will pile up in my lap, and three of them will try to sleep or something, but there's always one of them, you know, at least always one of them that's not trying to sleep that causes problems. It's all good though. Hey, we're done here. We're done with this system. We got an Earthlight, 2 water worlds, and we got this cheap stratum. So we'll go find some more. See what we find. Alright, I heard a noise. Is that... I didn't see anything on the screen, so I don't know what that alert was. Ah, that was a follow. Okay, it does work. I don't know if y'all heard it, but I heard it. Yeah, there is no animal life. Well, let me rephrase that. There's no animal life that I'm going to find. There are aliens in this game, Thargoids, but the type of life that I find is, you know, like fungus or some type of basic, very, very basic plant life or bacteria or something. And there's probably, a wild guess is probably this 25 or 30 different types of life. When I say life, I mean, you know, colored rocks or mushrooms or something that you scan, you know, when you scan the a system, like when you use the scanner here. If there's life or something, it'll tell you how many, at this point, it'll tell you how many different species there are, not what type it is in particular. And then when you go and map the surface of it, it'll tell you what species they are, but not necessarily what subspecies or variant of it. For example, when I, on this planet here, when I mapped it, it told me there was stratum, but it didn't tell me what type of stratum it is. And my third-party tool tells me that there could have been two different types of stratum there, and of course, only one of them is actually there. And that third-party tool tells you all the possible types that might be on that planet, and what you find on that planet will come from that list, but not necessarily everything on that list. You understand? Here's Rodney. I was talking about you just a minute ago.
Shields up, you and I keep going from the edge of the map to the next new side.
Yeah, I'll show you what it looks like. Hang on. The third-party tool is called, it's not a mod, it's a third-party application. Excuse me. The game writes what's called journal files or log files for every event in the game while it's doing stuff. And it parses those log files in real time. So when you scan something or planet or something, in the log it says it's a argon atmosphere with this gravity, blah, 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 and everything. And the third-party tool, and how many biosignals are there. And the third-party tool has a database that it goes, okay, on this type of planet with this gravity and this temperature ranges, blah, 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 this type of life has been known to be found. And it'll give you a list of possible life that might occur on that planet. Now, when you actually scan it with a surface scanner and map it, it'll narrow that list down to what it still could be. Doesn't necessarily mean that's what's there definitively, but whatever you find will come from that list. Let me show you. This is the output of the tool. And if you look, that big white thing, it says one bio. Can't see my cursor, but one bio there. And the type of atmosphere is carbon dioxide. And you'll notice this listing on the below there are three different things. Two of them are grayed out. One says bacterium, and one type of stratum, and then the third stratum there. So initially it listed all three of those items as possibly being on that planet. And when I surface mapped it, it eliminated the bacteria and said that there's stratum there, but it couldn't tell what type of stratum it is. And when I actually scanned the plant, it grayed out the other stratum and left just the one that I found there. The tool's very helpful. It doesn't guarantee what's there, but it's very helpful in my regard when if I say I'm not going to worry about something that doesn't pay much, I can at a glance look at that list and go, okay, there are no high value items, or that there's possibly a high value item. Like in this case, there was possibly a high value item with that 16 million credits there. So that's why I went and checked it. If I had known that it was only the low value stratum was there, I wouldn't have come here and looked for it. No. It doesn't. It reads the log file automatically. In fact, when I get to another system, I'll put the overlay back up and let you can watch the process. Assuming, of course, I find another system with life, which I will. And Roddy, no, I was not saying bad things about you. Gweezer was telling me he's in Dorset, and I said I have another friend in the UK that's here on YouTube, and then Rodney, you are in the UK, right? That's why you never can catch my streams normally. Next system en route.
Selecting next destination.
I also have Voice Attack voice control software, and they've got some voice packs that work with this game. Oh, you're in Australia. That's right. That's right. Well, completely different thing. Sorry.
Frame shift drive charging.
Another system on my screen. Stars
I see how it is. Okay. Practically, I don't know. Those might be fighting words there. I don't know how the Aussies take that type of stuff. So that's why I didn't say anything like that. Might have thought it though, but I didn't say it.
I'll be looking back at who I
Compiling data for photography.
before these stars became my home. Each one I find
Okay, we have. I didn't catch the count. We didn't get anything because I don't have the discovery scanner. There it is.
free. I'm here is where I love.
All right, we have 21 bodies, so there might be something here. But what I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and put the overlay back up. Not that you'll see, and as I'm scanning, maybe something will pop up depending on what if I find anything with biology. We'll see.
Something shifts inside my mind as readings fill my suit display.
But you'll hear me say, "Oh, it's only bacteria," a lot of times because it'll tell me that. Well, I know that from experience. What has cheap bacteria and stuff usually, so I ignore them. But you'll see it show up on the list.
Different person.
Assuming I find any. These icy bodies are useless.
Opens up my core.
But the third-party tool, you just install it and tell it where the log files is. If you've installed the game in some weird place, it'll find them normally, and that's all you have to do. You don't have to do anything. It just works. It also does other things. I'll show you real quick. It has other components. These are other plugins that you can install with it. Things that tell you the different values of plants. If you're doing exploration for cartographic data, it'll tell you if you found a planet, what its scan value is worth and stuff. And also it'll give you a list of where you found things at. But I only use the BioInsights. Two parts to that. This one here is what lists real time what you're working with. This one here shows what you have scanned. Like it's just showing that I have that stratum scanned and what it's worth. If I'm the first person to log it, it multiplies it times 5. If I'm not, then you just get the base value. But it doesn't know whether I'm the first person to scan it or not. But I do right now. So that gives you a kind of a running total of what you have until you turn in the data. And once you turn in the data, that resets. Real helpful. Give it running total. Because a lot of times you just have no clue how much money you've made. And you can make a serious buck doing exobiology. I mean, like I'm not finding hardly anything now, but it only takes 1 or 2, good planets to rake in some serious cash. Compared to other aspects of the game, and making money, that exobiology is probably the easiest, most efficient way to make real credits in this game without having to use your brain too much. It just takes time. It's disappointing. I need more high metal contents. Come on.
Body
There we
A3.
go.
Sulfur
There we
dioxide
go.
atmospheric
This is a high
landable
value
with life.
item.
Has high
But
biological
see how the
value.
list populated automatically?
Mapping criteria.
I have 3 screens.
Landable
I have
and
3 screens
terraformable.
through monitors.
Landable with atmosphere.
But you see how it says there's 2 biological
body.
signals? This is important now. Sulfur dioxide with 2 biological signals is 99% of the time bacterial and stratum tectonicus. And that's the highest paying thing in the game. Notice, there's 2 biological signals and it's listing 2 things, bacterium and stratum. I guarantee that I will find both of those items on that planet. 99.99% of the time this list is right. I've only found 2 times of the years I've been using it that it's been wrong. So we'll keep scanning, but that's good. That's 95 million. Well, it's 100 million if I scan both of those. That's 100 million credits right there. Now you sample it and then you turn it in at Vista Genomics on my carrier, or you can do it at a station. The same thing is true with the cartographic data. You get data just simply for saying, oh, there's a planet there. You don't get a lot of money for it though, but you do get some. You'll see that process when I turn in, if you're still watching when I turn in.
Body A2. Sulfur dioxide atmospheric.
Here's another
landable
case. If you check the list there, you'll see that there's
Mapping
one
criteria.
biological signal,
landable and
but there are 2
terraformable.
things again listed, another
Landable with
stratum
atmosphere.
tectonica or another
High
bacteria.
value body.
The only one of those items will be there. And most likely, about 90% of the time, it's the bacteria. But we'll check it just to be sure. It'd be nice to be able to get 2 stratum tectonicas. Hand it into, yeah. You don't really, well, you do, you take a genetic scan of it.
Discovery complete.
I guess that's kind of like a sample in a
Body to
way.
map is A2.
And we got to go to A2 and then we'll go to A3. So,
Now you
we got to switch to the surface scanner. Now, when I map the surface, especially on A2, since there's only one biological there, one of those items will get grayed out. And if the stratum gets grayed out, I will not be going down for the Cerebus bacterium, even though it pays almost just over 1.5 million credits. That's over 5 million with the multiplier, but I'm just not going to worry about that. You can see how helpful the tool is, because at a glance I can look at it and go, I am definitely going to go there because there's a chance of a high value item. Yeah, you'll see, it's called a genetic sampler. When I'm on foot, you'll see me pull the tool out, and no snide comments, pull the sampling tool out and scan the plant life, or whatever you want to call it, and get a sample. Then you have to get 3 samples, and those 3 samples have to be a certain minimum distance apart to get what they call genetic diversity. Yeah, I knew you was thinking that. And I said tool.
Now you dance through asteroids, sees that curious cat, knows where you've been, through alien storms, through solar wind.
Now after I scan this, once it completes the surface map, you'll see this one of these items will drop off. Hopefully the stratum won't drop off. I'll give it 3 probes. I probably won't need it, but no. And I don't have to do anything. It writes a log file, like I said, and this reads the log file in real time.
Mapping complete.
Okay.
Next
See how the
body to
bacteria showing bacteria on the main? Well, you can't see it, but on the main screen, top there. But you can see how the stratum dropped off the list. There's no stratum here, so we're not going to even bother with this one. But there is stratum tectonica on the other planet on A3. So we'll go there. And we will be going down to the surface on that planet and sampling both. You're a 4 probe guy? Well, you got to get the good probes, man. I got the pre-engineered double super duper probes, so I don't need to probe as much to get the job done.
Reminds you why you left that small world for the great unknown, to find the strength you've always
At any rate, and then as soon as I'm done here, I'll pull this. Well, I'll go ahead and pull it off. I mean, I think you know the process here. When I scan it, both of these will stay on both of those items will stay on the list. So let's fly. Quality over quantity? I don't know. Guess it depends. I'm old, so what was it? God gives a young guy a machine gun. Gives old people a sniper rifle or something. It's kind of like DSS probes. Yeah. Man, you guys just working this. I don't know. I don't do much YouTubing on Twitch now. This would have degraded really fast, so I don't know how it know how to handle this here. Guess it's about the same anyway.
When others turn away, you press on through. Every mile takes you somewhere new. The path before
Let's go make some real money. That'll be 200 million credits, so I'm happy with what I already have. I mean, no, that's not true. No. That wasn't Stratum Tectonica I have. Never mind. Cancel that. Keep Stratum. Freedom. I'm gonna let's try it with 2 first. I'm feeling lucky.
instruments point to distant shores.
How good shot we get on the back. Not a very good one. Enough, I think.
Mapping complete.
Okay, we have bacteria and stratum.
Body A3.
And it looks like the bacteria overlaps where the stratum is, so I should be able to find both of them at the same place. Sometimes, though, when there's multiple types of life, they're not in the same area, so you have to go to one location to get one, or to get the samples, and then you have to go somewhere else to find the other life. But in this case, looks like they would, and it's very common for them to overlap. So, no, you have an infinite number of probes. In fact, if you look over to the right side below the blue bar, it says probes, and it's got an infinity symbol there. I have no idea why they even bother doing that, since there's an infinite number. Maybe they thought at one time that they would limit the number of probes. Now, I am kind of concerned that the we'll see how it works out. Usually Stratum Tectonica just appears right in front of you. No matter, as long as you come down in the blue area, it'll just be there. But sometimes you have to go looking for it. See if we get lucky or not here, and it just appears like a miracle right in front of me, interspersed with the bacteria. If it's like that, then I'll get the 3 samples of Tectonica, and then on the last, I'll try to find a location for the last sample of the Tectonica that's right next to a bacteria, so I can get the first sample of the bacteria without having to move around. What I do is I fly around. Some people will park and get in their little dune buggy SRV and do stuff. I tend to fly around. I'll land, even if it's only 300 or 400 meters. I'll oftentimes, just fly to the next one, because things are so much easier to spot from the air. Some things are very difficult to spot from the ground, especially low flat things like bacteria. Okay, I don't like this soil at all, but let's see, is there any flat areas? Not really. Well, it is what it is. Let's go see what we got. Try on this flat area here, and hopefully someone just appear in front of me when we get down. Hopefully. Come on, be nice. There's some. There we go. Just materialize. There's the bacteria and there's the streelum. If we can find a place to land.
Gear deployed.
Should have brought the Mach 4. See how this goes. May have to try a different location. Never say die. That's pretty steep, you know. It's just, I'm not gonna spend all day trying to land. Let's just find a better place. I don't like this terrain at all, though. Now, if you were watching a while ago, though, you saw me sample something. Man, this is all crappy. I don't think it's gonna like this at all. Why I said I was looking for some flat areas. I'm just going to up here. I mean, I can park up there. Okay, there's some up here. I can park and take the SRV around if I have to. Want to. Might have more luck landing here. Might. Wait.
Wait, something new? A signal I've never seen before. Could it be?
Right.
Red giant on the scan.
I have no idea where I'm at. Okay, there it is. That first footfall confirmation there, Gweezer, that just tells me I'm the first person to walk on the planet. That is not to say the same. That is not the same thing as being the first person to genetically sample something and turn it in. That being said, since no one has landed here before, I know I'm pretty much. I mean, I'm guaranteed to get the discovery bonus. Then that means no one's been here before. But it is possible that someone could come here before me and land and walk around and then take off without sampling the biology. And that's actually not that uncommon to happen. Now, this is the tool. I'm going to sample it. When I get through sampling, you'll see some LEDs light up on it. 3 LEDs for each sample. And I need 3 samples, but you can look at the canister and know that I've only got 1 sample in the can. And there were 6 LEDs lit up, then I know I have 2 samples. When you get the third, it empties out and does things. And also the tool tells me how many samples I have, the third-party tool. You'd be surprised how many times you forget how many samples you have done, especially if you're busy in chat talking with people. You have 1, we need 2 more. You have to go a little ways for this to get the next sample. 500 meters, this might be far enough over here.
Minimum distance reached. You've traveled over 500 meters.
You see how there's a bacteria right next to that one? That's what I want to do for the next sample, is try to find one that has bacteria right next to it so I can get the last stratum sample and then the first bacteria sample. Dancing here. And if you do plan on ever want to do exobiology, this tool will do a couple of things for you. You can send out a pulse, and if there's biology there, it'll change color. If you haven't scanned it yet, it'll be green. If it's blue, that means you've either already scanned it or you haven't gone far enough to get sufficient genetic diversity. And it's also possible to be purple, like this bacteria. If I send a pulse out here, That just means that I could scan it, but it would discard whatever sample I already currently have in the can. And you might do that sometimes because you got a desperation. You might go, I'm going to scan this $1 million bacteria, but then as you're traveling around looking for the other bacteria to scan, you might stumble across some higher value item, and you just might want to just get rid of the bacteria. So if you've already got one in the can, you might as well finish them off. Okay, let's see if that group's over there is far. That may not be far enough.
Minimum distance reached.
Yeah, but there's no bacteria
Traveled
here.
over 500 meters from previous sample.
Well, yeah, but the scanner is reusable. I mean, it doesn't go away. That's just a tool you have that you use. You know, the probes are disposable. You know, you actually launch them away from your ship. The scanner's a handheld tool that you use over and over again.
Commander Picard, the sun signing off.
Now watch what happens. It just punches that button, basically empties out the canister, records the data somewhere, and then you start over with another sample of some other species, like I'm going to do now. I'm going to just fly over to bacteria and start with it. Was hoping to find some right next to this, but I didn't. There's some over there. Whoa! Not hit the ground though. Whee! Speed kills. There's some. Start with that one.
But I know that this is real. Every night I look above, wondering what I'm thinking of. Is there something calling me? Something that I cannot see? Can you hear the stars calling? Can you feel them falling?
And the bacteria is not rendering till you get close. Sometimes it does that. That's actually kind of helpful sometimes to find it. Sometimes the bacteria's color is about the same as the dirt.
Bacterium
And if it doesn't render properly like that, sometimes it's just a black spot and makes it easier to spot.
Minimum sample distance
We have the first sample of that, just 2 more of these. This
partial
won't
sample
take very
collected.
long. This will be 100 million credits when I turn it in, both of these samples alone. Not individually, but together they'll total
Minimum distance
100
reached.
million.
You've traveled over 500 meters from previous sample.
Now I know just what to do. Breaking boundaries, breaking through.
Come on, let me land.
Everything inside says so. Can you hear the stars calling? There's a voice that's reaching out through space and time. Can you hear the stars calling? They're calling me. We're going higher.
I forget where it was at. That'll work. I think there's one closer, but that'll work.
Racing past Mars.
Sometimes I land right on top of bacteria.
Second partial sample collected.
And you can do this. That's me.
Can you feel them fall?
Thought the ship was tiny, didn't you?
that's reaching out through space and time. Can you hear the starlight?
I always thought the ships were tiny too until I played in VR. I don't know if you ever played this game in VR, but it is awesome. I just won't stream it in VR, but playing it in VR is awesome. I have trouble playing it in VR because I need more buttons. I can't see the keyboard when they got the VR headset on. That's a pain, so that's why I use the voice control stuff a lot more. VR. Looking for a place to park over
Minimum
here.
distance reached.
Be over here.
You've traveled over 500 meters from previous sample.
I think that's back. I think that's straight on. See if we can find some. Maybe we land over here.
Every signal points the way to worlds where no one dared to stay. The beacon burns eternal.
Maybe. Come on, be nice.
Us all somehow between the stars and savage hearts.
Alright, this will be the last sample of this.
Your spirit guides us through the dark. We live to tell your story.
How far the hell did I park? Damn. Nah, I wasn't that far from it. Wait a minute. I'm lost. Oh, there it is over there. I would not buy a VR headset. My son gave me his. He did it kind of by default. He told me I could have it, but he moved out a few months back and he left it here. And I had never played the game in VR. He has Elite and he had played it in VR, but he's not really a space simulator type guy. So he didn't play Elite much. But he left it here, so I got it working, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. And
Sample collection.
told him he left it here and stuff, and he goes, oh, you can have it. And I was like, sweet. Now, the game doesn't support VR for on foot. Like I'm walking around here, this would not be in VR. It'd be like projected on a flat screen in front of me in the VR world. But once you're aboard the ship and flying, it's all VR. You can like look around behind you in the cockpit. You know how you can do this? Well, in VR, you can turn your head around. You can actually see behind you, and you have a sense of the size because you have depth perception, and the ships are big. Ships like a cutter or something, they're just freaking huge inside. Don't realize doing this is like driving a car with all the windows blacked out except for a little square in front of you, you know.
Landing gear retracted.
Alright, let's move on to the next and see what we find. I've never used VR before, so it took me a while to figure out how to get it all to work and what software I needed and everything. Oh yeah, you can use a head tracker with other people that use head trackers and stuff in Elite. I know that's cheaper than, I mean, it's cheaper here, Rodney, but it's still not super cheap here.
Frameshift drive charging. 4,
Star
3,
charts and
2,
scanning beams.
1.
Far
Engage.
past where others dare.
Rodney, when are we gonna wing up in game, you know? Do you ever play much anymore?
And I must answer all through asteroid fields and
Next system en route.
Is this the right way?
further than charts can
Frameshift drive
show.
charging.
I know I'm way out right now, but I'm not always way out. You got the Track RR5? Wow. I don't know anything about the versions of them.
2,
I don't know how that all works. I mean, you just turn your head a little bit and it like is like moving your head a lot. I mean, on VR you have to like turn your head around and do stuff. You've been playing with Ocker, huh? Well,
Completing system scan. Stand by.
what can I say? Why isn't Ocker on Discord anyway? I've been having trouble getting together with him.
Fuel scooping complete.
We got 13 bodies here. Let me glance at Discord real quick.
Chart what others left behind. Further than ships can sail.
He's messed up since I rebooted and had to restart stuff. Everything got out of position. He's not on, at least in voice chat. And we got 13 bodies here. Let's see. Oh.
Breaking through the cosmic roar. Always
I don't know how I'd use it. I guess you get used to that because I've watched people do it and I'm like, I've got 3 monitors and stuff and I would actually like to use all 3 monitors in the game so that I can turn around and see things. You know, but back IR, I mean, you just turn your head. So your main, you know, if you only had one screen, you turn your head to look right or something. I guess you turn your head just a little bit and the screen changes a lot. I don't know how that works, but I guess you get used to it.
like years can't contain my flight.
Seems like you'd be like looking side-eyeing things. I don't know how that would work.
That's where I make my home. Breaking through cosmic roar. Always on a roll. Where the lights been seen before. Each
No, I'm scanning slow because I'm trying to read chat up here.
Body 3.
Nothing.
Carbon dioxide atmospheric landable. Landable with atmosphere.
Pretty intuitive. Well, I imagine it is. You know, people swear by those things. I was looking at some software. One of the things, if I streamed in VRs, I'd have to be able to see chat. I see that there is some software to do that, to bring, you know, like a third window or your chat overlay into the VR world. And I've seen other streamers do that, like Riphaven, one comes to mind. You can actually see his chat in the VR headset. That's pretty cool. We got one thing hiding here. Is it going to be anything good? High middle, fingers crossed, and it's nothing.
System scan complete.
Nothing here.
Frameshift drive charging.
This is by far the most action I've had in my YouTube stream. I think the other night I had a couple of people in chatting, but I guess that's a plus. And anybody watching, be sure you subscribe to me on YouTube. I need it. Maybe a like too. I need subscribers.
Completing system scan. Stand by.
That's hard for me to say because I don't beg for subscribers on Twitch because Twitch's subscription is a pay thing. So I don't like ask. I don't get on there and go subscribe. I want your money. That's why hard for me to say. You know, ask for subscribers on YouTube.
stars calling, her courage burning bright.
Subscriptions here is like follows. Let's see. Here's 4. That's gas giants. Is there a green gas giant? I really need to find a green gas giant because that's on my bucket list. I've never stumbled across a green gas giant. I've been to green gas giants. I've seen them, but I've never discovered one. Someday. I will.
System scan complete.
But Gweezer, I have a bunch of videos. If you're curious about exobiology, I do a lot of exobiology, and I'm always narrating, even from my Twitch streams. I'm always narrating what I'm doing and stuff. If the smoke detector isn't going off incessantly, it seems to. Maybe I'm just not hearing it anymore. It seems to have stopped. But I have a few shorts. But I have a travel history thing. It's like a 3-minute video. It shows that the last few months of some of my travels. I've actually did a loop around the galaxy.
Leaving system.
252,000 light years.
Hyperspace checking systems now. Complete.
It shows the map of it, me going around, among other things. It's just that. There's no music or no sound or anything. It's just that. Can't hear it in Discord. I don't have Discord up.
Scan starting. Stand by.
Well, I've got Discord up, but I don't have anything going on Discord. I think you're pulling my leg. 'Cause I hear it. I've been hearing it. I just don't hear it now, so it's not going. I understand it. I can get used to it, you know, but from hearing it so often, you know, you just start ignoring it. I know you can hear when it's going off when we're in Discord. I'm saying it stopped going off, though. That it said there. Oh, I thought it said 5 items. What the hell was I thinking? Let me get some more distance between the star here. Okay, this is going to take a minute, folks. Let's see. A lot of different things here, though. Question is there any life that pays? Give me something good, mister.
Body A60.
That's,
Methane atmospheric
that's
landable
bacteria
with
or fonticula. I will
Host
not
a
be
new
going
personal
after that.
codex entry. Landable with
Again,
atmosphere.
bacteria or fonticula.
Body A6C. Methane atmospheric landable with life.
Remember I said methane, neon, and argon with 1 or 2 signals is almost always
Landable with atmosphere.
heat bacteria and
Body
fonticula,
A6B. Methane atmospheric landable with life.
usually.
Landable with atmosphere.
It's not worth the effort or the time. Only time I would actually go after something like that is if I was getting ready to end my stream and I had found nothing. Just so I didn't go back to the carrier empty-handed, I would go down and get it, you know, get one, just so I don't go back with nothing. Very, very rare that I can spend 3 hours doing this and not find anything worthwhile. Like I average around 300 million in a 3-hour period on average. But it is an average, sometimes better, sometimes much better, and sometimes worse. I haven't come close to that yet, but that could change with just one more system or something. I could find another stratum tectonica or something and, you know, have over 200 million.
Reach out with invisible hands, drawing me further each day. I never thought I'd find purpose so far from everything.
You keep forgetting to use it. Well, I guess it depends on what you're looking for. I mean, you don't have to do it. You can actually go map every planet if that's what you want.
Body A2CX. Nested moon. Body A2C.
Hey,
Ammonia atmospheric landable with life.
this could be good.
May host a new
It
personal
may
codex
suck, but
entry.
we may go there and see. I'll
Landable with atmosphere.
explain in a minute when I get through scanning.
Body A2B.
Oh my gosh,
Ammonia atmospheric landable with life.
lots of things listed
May
here.
host a new personal codex entry.
Only 4 bios though, but big long list of things. I'll pull up the thing here in a minute.
Today I touched down on new ground.
No stratum tectonica though. Yet. I'm using the FSS right now. It's kind of remote scanning. It gives you characteristics of, atmosphere and things like that, and whether or not there's life there, and how many different types of life, not what kind.
Frequencies unknown, every pulsar and star shows me where to roam. I'm just following signals nobody.
The tool does much more than that. For example, if there's a notable stellar phenomena or something, there'll be signals down here. If there's a carrier or something in the system, there'll be signals down here. If there's Thargoids, there'll be signals down here in different places. So, I mean, you can get a lot of clues. And the placement of where you see these spikes tells you the type of body. Like that's icy bodies. To find out the type, not the variant, not the specific type, but the family or genus, the taxonomy of it. I'll give you an example here in a second. Let me finish scanning here. I'm almost done.
Frequencies unknown, every pulsar and star shows me
That's all the gas giants.
nobody else hears. Mapping past through the dark, leaving
The big thing about the FSS is it basically it tells you if there's life or not, so you know whether or not it's even worth going after.
Complete.
Okay, now let me pull up. Here's the output. The output of Elite Observatory on 2B here. There are 4 biological signals. Now, when I got the FSS and I scanned it, it told me there were 4 bios there. It didn't tell me what type they were, though. Now, the third-party tool says, okay, that type of planet with that atmosphere, blah, 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 could have these types of species, genus species there. You can see that there's only four of these on this list are going to be there. There's Aleota, Bacteria, Cactoidea, Concha, Rhotexa, Fungoidea, Osseous. And if you count these as like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, there are 10 different genuses listed here. And that's what would show up as the number of bios. So 6 of these are going to drop off or more. Now, it can't tell me what type of Cactoidea. If there is Cactoidea there, it can't tell me specifically yet what type of Cactoidea because there's more than one type that occurs there. I have to actually do a surface map of it, and a lot of these will drop off. It still may not be able to tell me specifically. If Cactoidea is there still, it still will list 2 until I actually scan it, if I do scan it. Let's go map it and see what's left over and if I'm going to effort it. Now also the tool, you see these red arrows? Those red arrows mean it's extremely unlikely. And pretty much I've never found anything that has a red arrow on it on that listing. I might have found this specific thing before somewhere else, but it's telling me it's very unlikely. It might occur very rarely. And sometimes you'll also get a different colored diamond that tells you, like, this is a blue diamond. Sometimes you get one that says, new galactic entry, and that's a big thing. If it hasn't been recorded in the codex before, that would be a big thing for me, at least. I've seen them, but I've never found one. It dropped off the list when I actually surface scanned it. And what was that, 2B? We'll see what we got. Did that help? I mean, did you understand there, Rodney? I know you said you got it, but I just want to make sure you understand it. So the FSS tells me that there is life there, and how many different types are there. It just doesn't tell me the type. And when I surface map it, that will tell me what the types are to some degree, at least what family or genus they are, not necessarily what. It won't tell me what type of oak tree it is. It just said it's an oak tree. You want to get down on the planet and sample the oak tree, it'll tell me what species of oak tree it is. But sometimes there's only one of them listed instead of two, and then you can assume that that's the specific type of oak tree. You know, or that's an example of oak tree. I mean, try to name something relatable here. You can also see the values there on the list. There's only a couple of things here that I would even consider worth my time. Oops. We'll see what drops off. If all the high value items drop off, then that'll solve that issue. If they don't all drop off, then I'll have to give it a moment to think about. I have to give it a thunk to see if that's what I really want to do. What my intuition tells me the odds of it being there are. But since the I'm going to do a loop. I'm sitting there looking at that list as I'm just going to zoom right by. Hi, how you doing? Yeah, okay. Let's do a close flyby and. Those payouts are called the base value. That's what you'll get minimum. That's the base value. That's what they're worth. Now, if you get the discovery bonus, you can basically multiply that value times 5. Something's $1 million base value. If you get the discovery bonus, meaning you're the first person to sample it from that planet and turn it in, or to get a complete sample of 3. You'll get 5 million for $1 million item.
Surface scan by 50%.
Body A2B.
Okay.
May host a
See
new
what all
person
dropped
for
off
next
the list
entry.
there? Let's get off this screen so we don't run into the planet while we look at the. So we have bacteria, which is not worth it. There is nothing there. See, all the good stuff dropped off the list. There is possibly a Fungoidia there that's worth 0.3. Down for Fungoidia for that. See, all the good stuff dropped off. So we'll hop over to C. Yeah, but that's the point of the tool, though. That's real helpful. You can sit there and evaluate whether, you want to effort it or not. I mean, a lot of people, especially people just starting out doing exobiology, it wouldn't matter what it is. They would go after it. But this allows me, at least, to go, it ain't worth it. I ain't going to do it. Now, the next planet, 2C, there's only 4 bios, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 listed, so only 2 of these are going to drop off. I guarantee the bacteria is not going to drop off. Concha will probably drop off, but the Frutex, notice both of these are very unlikely, so the Frutex will probably drop off too. So there's going to be nothing. I'll map it, but there's not going to be anything there worth going after, at least for me to go after. But I'll go map it and everything anyway, just to see what's there. But you can see how useful the tool is for somebody who's picky. Because in the length of time it would take me to actually go down and get those. Also in the upper right there, you'll see 8.4, well, like on the planet or where we're going out, 2C, it says 8.48 million. That's only one of the ranges. There's another value there. The minimum, if you got everything that's possible on that planet with 4 bios, the minimum is 8.48 million and the maximum is 23 until I surface scan it to eliminate some things. So theoretically, if the best stuff is left after I do the surface map, I could get $100 million, but I'd have to scan all of them. That'll correct itself here in a moment after I surface map it, which might come sometime today if we ever get going. Jeez, gravity well from hell there. Throttle's at 0. I'm waiting to see if we're going to go zoom and by it or not. So having a third-party tool is real helpful. You know, to decide your time. And again, though, some people aren't picky like me, and especially when they're first starting out, and they want money, so they'll just start, you know, and they're working near the bubble. They'll just get everything they can, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, especially if they're first starting out and they're in the bubble. And it's okay to rescan something. Even if you don't get the discovery bonus, you still get that base value even if someone else has turned it in already. You just don't get the multiplier. So, I mean, it's okay to go to places that, you know, systems that are already discovered and resample the genetics there. You still get money for that.
Brings the same question burning in my heart. What's out there
But you can rapidly go, I would much rather have 5 million instead of 1 million, so you make an effort to move away from the bubble and civilization so that the odds of finding something that's undiscovered by anybody else are much higher. Of course, I'm way out from the bubble, so it's very unlikely that I'm going to stumble across other people's efforts. And that happens, though. That does happen, believe it or not. I've been 60,000 light years from the bubble before, and I'm across some intrepid explorer's trail, you know, that's been out there before me. That's one of the biggest thrills I have, is I know that sooner or later somebody's going to be exploring,
By 50%.
you know, 64,000 light years from the bubble out there, and they're going to come across several systems that I have already been in.
Body
Surface
A2C
scan complete.
may host a new personal.
Okay, now you can see the list updated now. The value that I'll get if I scanned everything would be 8.48 million base value. Basically 40 some odd million. I'm not going to go down for that, but see that the list is changed. So. Unless y'all want me to go down and get something. I'm not a big fan of Fungoidia, especially in this ship. It's hard to land sometimes. Sussex, Maine. Aliota sometimes is good. Looks like the Aliota and Tussock and Fungoidia are all in the same area. So you can probably get all three of them fairly easy. I'm not going to, though. Next system en route.
Selecting next destination.
Move on.
Frameshift drive charging.
I'll probably stream about another hour, maybe. Oh, it's already 3 o'clock in the morning here, so I probably only go about another 30 minutes. And though I'm not super tired, I do have to sleep at some point.
Jumping to next
I
system.
did a little bit of work on my lawnmower. I'm in the middle of replacing the carburetor on my riding lawnmower, and I haven't even got it off yet, but I got it apart enough to get to it now. Have I?
Compiling data for cartography.
Hang on, let me steer here.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
22 bodies, and what are you asking? Have I mapped the route between systems already? Yes. Like you see it on this screen here, it shows me I had 23 jumps. What I did, purely at random, from the carrier, I just picked a spot and said, I want to go there, and the route plotter plots me a route. And you can use a filter and say, I want these type of stars included in that route. And, I can either use the most efficient method, and that's the max jump range of the capabilities of my ship, so to do it in the minimum number of jumps, or I can do economy routes. And that basically means, you know, just go through every star that's on that route. And that gives me a lot more star systems to check. I just picked this point at random because I've already done some work. I went this way, I went that way. I don't think I've gone east yet. I've gone south, and I went southwest, and I've gone directly up and down. So I just pick a direction kind of at random and stuff. Hopefully it's not, I won't cross over into systems I've already done. But that's how I do it. I just park my carrier there, and I just, you know, work off in different directions from it to get as many stars as I can surrounding the carrier region. And then if I get bored, I'll move the carrier and then do it again. No, I can do that remotely. The main thing that I can't do with the carrier is I can't refuel it. I've got fuel stored aboard the carrier, extra fuel, but I can't transfer that to the gas tank remotely. So I fill up the gas tank before I go off and do things. That way I can jump the carrier if I want to while I'm out and about. In fact, I'll most commonly, what I'll do when I'm traveling, the carrier can jump 500 light years at a time, but there's a delay in between jumps of about 15 minutes or so. So what I will do is I will set the carrier up to jump 500 light years, and then I will take my ship and plot a course to that same destination with big jumps. And it gives me about 7 systems to check. So while I'm traveling with the carrier, instead of just wasting my time, you know, twiddling my fingers waiting for that timer to expire and the carrier to jump, I will be exploring stars in between the carrier waypoints. Yeah, it's about right. It depends. Sometimes that 15 minutes can be more, though, depending on the server loads and stuff. But I'll show you in a second how that works. I'm not going to jump the carrier, but I'll show you how that works. Real easy. Looks like nothing here.
System scan complete.
But to do it remotely, I just go over to the right panel where it says Carrier Management. There's my carrier. It shows me how much fuel's in the fuel tank percentage-wise, how much money's on the carrier in its account, I should say. But if I want to jump the carrier, I just click navigation, say Galaxy Map. And now, one thing you can't do, like I can plot a route for my ship, but I can't do that for the carrier. I can only plot one jump at a time. So you basically pick something that's, you know, where you want to go. You click it and you say set carrier destination, as long as it's 500 light years or less, and it's off. It goes. In 15 minutes it would jump if I did that. There is a third-party website called Spansh, S-P-A-N-S-H, that has a carrier route planner where you can say, I'm in this, starting at this star system, I want to go way over yonder, and it will give you waypoints to jump through on your carrier that, you know, are about 500 light years apart, and makes it real easy to go. That way you don't have to like sit there and spend time trying to figure out a route and everything. Just do it.
Frame
I'm taking little bitty jumps. Like this is 1.15 light year. This ship will jump over 80 light years, you know. So I could probably make it back to the carrier. I mean, I could make it back to the carrier in probably one jump.
Jumping to next system.
I wanted to.
Interstellar
Which I will do in a little while when I'm getting ready to wrap up. It's really nice to meet you, Gweezer. I'm glad you came in though and hung out. Now, if you do get back in the game, you know, my commander name is the same as my YouTube name.
Gathering information.
Send me an
Cartography
in-game
update.
friend request and
Swooping complete.
join my Discord if you'd like. That is a very low activity, but that's where I make announcements about expeditions and things like that I'm going to be doing. I post pictures mainly of things I see while I'm out doing stuff like this. I did not notice what the count was because I was chatting. Do you want to come up in Discord, boys? And I'll put you on stream, Rodney, if you want.
Body C2. Sulfur dioxide atmospheric.
Sulfur
landable
dioxide. It's possibly
Landable with
stratum
atmosphere.
tectonica. Or bacteria. We will go there and check. Change, does that mean to one with wires? I'll be on my server in the live streaming. Now I'll put my headset on. Hopefully there'll be stratum tectonica in this that planet though. Again, that's one of those cases where it's 90% of the time it's going to be the bacteria though, since it's on the one biosignal. I don't know if you use Weezer, I don't know if you use Discord, but you're more than welcome to join my Discord server and come into voice chat also.
System scan complete.
Okay, let's hop over to C2 and see what's there. R. It's kind of funny. Not in my Discord. Are you in Ocker's Discord? That's not what I said. I said I'm in my Discord in live streaming room. But if you're in, I don't, where are you at? Didn't see you in Ockers. Are you in gaming? Let me, where'd you go? Drag you down. There you are. I drug you into the right room.
Okay, I went into gaming. Top.
Okay, I'm talking. You might want to mute the stream though, so you don't get the delay or whatever. All right, we're heading to C2. Wait. If we get us another stratum tectonic or not. So how you been?
Oh, pretty good. Not too bad.
Keep it clean now. You're on the streams.
Yes. I've got to be a good boy.
I didn't say that. I just said keep it clean.
Okay. Same thing.
Can you guys in chat hear the Discord audio okay? I can turn it up if needed. I can hear Rodney.
Nobody wants to hear me, really.
That's alright.
They've mostly been playing with the Ocker.
Gweezer, I don't know what for sure what you typed there, but I gather what the first one was. Okay.
The F or the F-bomb.
Yeah, you get what you get. I don't think that's against term of service. So I'm not a censor. I
think it's on.
I've been known to drop an F-bomb now and then when I'm playing.
Something goes horribly wrong.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, the good old WTF. Coming through 5x5. You're not an amateur radio operator, are you, Gweezer? Any means there?
Another star on my display, calling out from far away, calling out from far away. No one's been here before me now.
First time I heard that was in StarCraft. It's like the dropship female flies the dropship.
Oh, I did
somewhere else.
Aliens, yeah.
Yeah.
We're in the pipe, 5x5.
That's where they got it from.
Yeah.
In StarCraft. It didn't click.
I am a licensed amateur radio operator. That's why I asked that.
But I do have some. And yeah.
Right scanner here.
Bit of DCS. Weezer.
It said Nielsen.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. DCS is Nielsen. So is Armor.
Now do I need to turn the music down because it does not mute with Discord audio. So let me.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Okay, we did that. Shielding.
Go get it.
What shielding is?
Go get your license. I've been a license since I was 14 years old.
It's fairly expensive though to do that, isn't it? Like run all that stuff as well, all the gear that you need.
It's bacteria.
Just
No joy here. Well, it can be expensive. Man, the new equipment can be expensive nowadays, but you get some of the Chinese-made stuff that's relatively cheap, but the famous names are real expensive nowadays. Arma 3 mostly, but he's... You know, I did install DCS, and it ran, but I've never used it.
Try to get into it with, I think I told you before actually, the A4 Skyhawk.
Next system en route.
But I'd have to get like a
Like the
half decent
Nexstar
HOTAS system to get the brakes working. They don't know.
Right. Yeah, you told me about that before.
Frame shift drive.
Yeah, but the DCS Hueys, even the Huey pilots have tried that out, say it's way too difficult. Like an actual Huey is easier to fly than in DCS.
Adjusting
I'll
trajectory.
grab this up a little.
Frameshift now engaged.
Yeah, I have several. I have several UV5R V pluses. When they came out, they were like $25 each, except for $20 each. So I bought several of them, and I have a couple of Kenwood 2-meter rigs, and I have a old TS440 HF rig, Kenwood.
System scan complete. Fuel scooping.
Good stuff, though. I'm not active really anymore, though. I get kind of burnt out. I was the president of the local amateur radio club for 2 terms, and I just got burnt out. No. I still listen a lot and stuff. I don't do much anymore.
Frameshift drive charging.
Weezer, have you had a look at the OH6A or OH6? I love that thing. I so much want to. I used to do in
Course adjustment.
Battlefield. There's certain games that you can get the OH6A, 66. Why do I keep saying 6A? Because I'm stupid.
If you could hear the stream, I would play a certain audio clip.
Unfortunate son.
Completing
No,
system scan.
skill issue.
Okay. Yeah.
I put that in there just for Ocker. So Ocker came in the other day. I played it because I'm always telling him skill issue. Nothing here either. Two star.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, I've heard that too. It's just all about radios.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Okay.
Leaving system.
Especially on the
Now engaged.
75 meters, 80 meters, 75 meter rag cures people. You just got to get in with the right people. There are nets of people that do stuff like that too. They get together. And there's some 2-meter activity that isn't just about radios, at least locally where I am. Here in the States, a lot of conversations on 2 meters. It may be about radios, maybe about other types of technical things, but there are people that are friends. Friends, and they just chat. But I do remember being on 80 meters and 75 meters at night, and sometimes in 40 meters, there would be just people sitting around and just talking, kind of like we do it in Discord, just talking.
About various stuff.
Yeah. And then there's various stuff is probably right. It's changed though. It's not nearly as respectful as it used to be. There are so many people that just need to be slapped. They're used to talking on social media too much or something,
Neon rich atmospheric landable.
I don't know, modern attitude or
Landable with
something.
atmosphere.
We have informing bacteria. We'll go there and get that.
Atmospheric landable with life. Landable with atmosphere. Body B2.
You know DJ as well in Ocker's clan.
Yeah, I met him the other day.
Do a training mission in the combat zone.
Yeah, we were doing the CG and I met him.
Body B3.
I mean, no, it wasn't the CG. We were doing the
Atmospheric
war.
Landable with life.
And he was having his
Landable with
BGS war
atmosphere.
thing. That was fun.
I didn't even know you had to select a side. I thought because we was just
Body
I think what
A6.
they call them.
Neon atmospheric.
Well,
Had to select.
You sometimes you can just attack somebody that's on the other on the enemy side that you want to be your enemy, and just by attacking them, that will select the side for you. However, for the CG and stuff, you might actually have to. I don't know.
It was just a lot easier. Like, it took less time to actually work out which side was what. So I didn't have to worry about scheming or whatever. Nothing on this
I'm gonna second run. Now, Gweezer, I've looked at that. And I would run into the same issue. There would be no one else around here to connect to. And I had actually, when I was president of the Ham Radio Club, I was trying to get a mesh network, set up with stuff up on the water towers, for emergency communications and things here. And this is kind of before the LoRa stuff came out. But it would, that's pretty cool for low speed stuff, but they get some really good ranges with that stuff. I forget, is that 900 megahertz?
I'd love to get an operational PRC-25, or maybe even a 77.
Isn't that like an ancient,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
I was like, military thing?
Yeah, the 25 was in Vietnam.
Yeah. I know that. I think I've seen them. When I was a kid, in the 70s, people would give me old Army surplus equipment because you could modify it to work in the handbands and stuff. I never did because I was 15 years old, but people would give me this stuff.
Cool.
Okay. 915, yeah. Down 900 megahertz, basically. I played with some the Ubiquity 900 megahertz Wi-Fi stuff. And because we were trying to run some point-to-point Wi-Fi things through some woods and really couldn't do it over the 2.4. But we did try the 900, and that worked a lot better, but it wasn't really great either at the distances we were going. Go to B2 and get that in Foreman.
I was actually pretty surprised at how short range it was.
Which one?
The 25, even the 77 is not much. It's only a digital,
Yeah.
as opposed to the analog.
Go get some. Foreman's going to be 40 million. Let's just go zooming right by him.
You chuck on, you got Super Cruise Assist on? I can't really tell.
I did for a second. Well, no, I don't have Super Cruise Assist. I had the scope boost going.
Yeah. If you chuck on that, the system will actually drop you out. You don't have to worry. That's correct.
The only problem with using the Super Cruise Assist is it tries to put me in orbit, and I don't want to be in orbit.
Yes. True.
I mean, I sometimes use it when I'm doing stuff, and then I'll turn it off when I get close to the planet, before I start orbiting, because I'm trying to map it first. So, then I'm going to
If
need.
you have enough spare buttons, you could probably put so it turns it off and on.
Oh yeah, you can do that.
That'd be quick. Yeah, that's right.
Well,
I had that problem last night.
Gweezer, that's something you could do. You could do a BBS or something like that, and that would be kind of well suited for it. As long as you don't want any high speed stuff. I know there's an informant here, so I am going to definitely be going down. So let's try to, assuming there's a daylit side to this thing.
When I was doing most of the, collecting mats, every time I went to landed on a flipping planet, it was always on the dark side. It drove me nuts.
Well, there's a choice there, you can always land on the daylight side. There is a daylight
Nothing
side.
there.
Are you saying that there was either no materials were on the daylight side, or there was no daylight side?
no materials on the daylight side.
Oh, that happens sometimes.
Even going to like Gav's Hope and what's the other one?
Surface scan complete.
Always getting
Well,
confused.
the Jameson's crash site is,
Jameson,
you
that's
know,
the one. Yeah.
Surface scan complete.
yeah, I mean, like, I'm gonna go down where the fonticula is because it seems like the bacteria is there also, but there's places where the bacteria is, but there's not fonticula. Let's go see what we find. Whee! Hopefully, it won't be super dark.
What is it like? God.
I remember I set up a BBS long time ago, and people could call into it. I only had one line though, but you know, people could call into it. Not that anyone would, but good. In the old days of 110 baud, 300 baud, 1200 baud, 9600 baud, 1440, 28.8. Good times, yeah.
Oh yeah.
20 minutes for a 1 meg file. Yeah, good days. Kids nowadays don't know the pain. Sit there line by line waiting that picture draw. Waiting for it to... Don't know the pain.
I think it was a 300 ball was the first one I tried. And then fairly quickly it went to 14.4 and 56.
Right. What is with... Okay, this is bad. Let's see. The last place I went to look for informant hell was rocks. It was terrible terrain. I need smooth terrain for this. Oh yeah, I lived at 14.4 and 28.8. It came out.
Connection.
I used to use CompuServe, and I can tell you from experience, if you pass out drunk while you're online with CompuServe because you pay for your time.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, why is my bill so high? That's how I met my wife.
Being drunk or
No, she would come over to get on the internet because she, you know, was unfamiliar with it. Then I introduced her to IRC. Man,
oh yeah.
she would be in IRC rooms making, you know, causing trouble and having fun. No, she didn't work in the billing department. However, more than once, I would say, you go ahead and, you know, she was a bartender and she worked at, you know, until late at night. And she would come over and get online, and I would like, okay, I'm gonna go to bed, you know, enjoy, have fun.
Have fun.
And she'd wake me up going, how do I get back online? Because it dropped. How do I get back online? I'm like, oh, good times. Then broadband came around. Well, I never had broadband until I got to Tampa. I'm not... Better open my eyes here and look. I probably shouldn't have come down where the fonticula is, because all I'm seeing, I'm not seeing any. I'll go ahead and get the fonticula since I'm here.
He started playing Doom and Quake on 14.4.
Oh yeah. I had a Quake server.
Landing gear deployed.
My computer was so crappy I couldn't play Quake worth a damn, you know, because the graphics are too bad and stuff. But I could run a Quake server, so all my friends would be playing on my Quake server, right? You know, but I couldn't play it. Or if I did play, you know, I would lag so badly that they would kill me and run by me before I even saw them.
You
Quake-
needed like a second connection.
Quake World. Well, no, I mean, I needed a good computer is what I needed. It didn't have to be my Quake server. If I was running on any Quake server, you know, it was just, my computer was just so slow. Good night, sweet star. Quake World for the win. I don't know. You ever play Unreal Tournament?
Yeah. That's what my what do you call it? Not screensaver, background.
Right? I used to play Unreal Tournament. In fact, I got a copy of it off of, I don't know if it was Steam or Epic or somewhere. It was some Unreal Tournament version. I don't know if it's still available now, but I had it in my library for a while.
I think you can still get it on Steam. I'd have to check it.
It was free, though, when I got it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's available anymore now, or if it's even...
Base value 3.11.
Yeah, the Pentium. Yeah, I had a Pentium. I had a 486. I had a Pentium.
Partial sample collected.
Yeah, I had a Cyrix something
Yep.
processor.
I think I had a Cyrix as well. I think my first PC that I got was a 486DX266 megahertz.
Your watch is faster. Your phone is way faster. Then my problem was the graphics. I mean, my computer was as fast as the other guys pretty much. But they spent money on their computers. I had all these old computers that I had just built or I repurposed, to do things. I didn't have a decent video card, so I didn't do crap.
Minimum distance reached.
I can't remember my first one, but I think I had a Voodoo.
Oh.
2 and then a 3.
That thing, Voodoo FX, Voodoo FX thing or something? Yeah.
There was that too. There was an MX version. I'm not sure if I got that one. Then a TNT2.
You had an Amiga?
Amiga.
Which Amiga did you have?
Okay, used as a kid.
Was it the 8? Was it the 800? Is that was? I had a Commodore 16 and a Commodore 64, and I always wanted an Amiga. I ended up with an Apple II. $600 and $1,200. Yeah, there you go, dude. I had an Apple II, serial number 67. I repeat, 67. And it cost $1,440 with 16K of memory. I had to take a loan out for that because I was a teenager. ZX81, yeah, I had one of those. I had a Trash 80 color computer. I used to run OS2 Warp. That was different. I liked that.
I didn't start computing until I think it was 98 from memory. So I was a later.
How'd you like that Sinclair ZX81? That, if I remember right, that had membrane keys, right?
Sounds familiar.
Not a real keyboard, but a membrane keyboard. Golly, that stuff's a long time ago, guys. Man.
I've been gaming for 27 flipping years.
Minimum distance reached. You've traveled over 500 meters from previous
Plenty of this
sample.
fun. Take a look. You should be able to find
back.
it.
Amiga Mega Drive? Sega Mega Drive.
Oh, I never did anything with it.
Yeah, I think that was the first one that I had to try.
I remember on my Commodore 1541 disk drive, living the high life. Then I had the disk drive for the Apple. That was another business. And I remember to this day, I used to do a lot of computer programming. There was computer programs in magazines.
Yeah,
so you'd have to type it all, transcribe it from the magazine, and I was like 3/4 of the way entering a program. I hadn't saved it to cassette yet. And my brother, I would lay on the floor in front of the TV in the living room with my computer hooked to the TV, And my brother walked through and tripped over the power cord one time. So I lost everything. I had to restart doing it. It was a huge program too. I don't remember what it was, but it was huge.
Fun times.
That's when I learned about saving. You know.
I think the first
Yeah,
1541. So,
you're right there. It was big too. I mean, a lot of things with the Commodore thing had those, you know, had their own stuff on board. Though it seemed like bulky. Maybe it was me, but it seemed like I also had trouble with the 1541 being reliable sometimes.
Sample collection complete.
Yeah, we are down to that. Let's go. I'm gonna go back up to orbit and come back down looking for this informant because it's not here.
fair enough.
I targeted the Fontaine thinking it would overlap, but it might be.
The Mandalay, oh sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
The Mandalay's a good ship, I like it.
I was using my Cobra Mark V for the last couple of streams. That was fun.
Yeah, I don't mind it. Yeah, I've got to go do, what is it, encoded. I've got to get some encoded stuff. Mostly encrypted wake echoes, which I don't want to do. But
Well, you can get a lot of that automatically, but you can do it either with wake scanning or you can go to
Trader?
yeah, there's a data broker you can go to, but I'm trying to think. You can get that type of stuff mainly from wake scanning, but you can get some of that type of stuff at Daz Hope Scanner or. Hang on, I just heard a thud. I gotta see if a dog or something is doing something barricading it.
Okay.
I'm not leaving. Pulling up the.
Just going to check.
Yeah.
Scary.
The other day, she pushed against it, and it's a big old board, across the stairs, and she knocked it over, and it went thud, and all the cats upstairs, the kittens, hauled ass.
All over the place.
Okay, well, it's still standing, so I don't really care if the kittens get out. They're not going anywhere. They might go downstairs, but that's fine. I don't want the dog to knock over the barricade and hurt somebody. Okay, I need to keep going up. I'm trying to remember what happened to my Apple II. I know I sold it to somebody. I wish I still had it. Not that I'd really want to use it. I'd just like to have it. Might be worth something nowadays.
Is that the same as the LC2, or would you talk about Apple II?
Is that like you're talking about? Is that like an Acorn or something?
No, I think it was later. It was like a sort of a square box, sort of like the monitor and the computer were together, and then you just had mouse and keyboard.
No, the Apple II is just the unit that has a keyboard built on it. You can set the monitor on top of it, but it was a separate thing.
So the LC2 probably came later. Like I got it borrowed from school, took it home and messed around with it, and I went out and bought.
Say that again. Burrows?
Borrowed.
Oh, borrowed.
Thanks, I should
Oh,
say.
okay. I said Burrows? Man, isn't that a mainframe?
Like an ENIAC.
Yeah. Okay.
Went and got Silent Hunter 2. It's like U-boats.
I'm sorry, I was distracted by what I'm doing. Did
It's all good.
you ask me something?
No, I just said something. Doesn't matter.
We care about what you say.
No, you don't like me. You said I'm not your
Who told?
friend
Did Docker
yesterday.
tell you that? He said he was going to keep his mouth shut.
Oh. Dang. You remember EDO memory?
Yeah,
There you go. Yeah.
it probably still has some.
I used to, but I threw a lot of that shit
No,
out.
I probably still do. Seriously, I got some tons of older memories and stuff. I still have some computers upstairs. I mean, not the closet, the attic. And would use those.
I had Subwar. I don't remember that one. Okay, cool.
Never had an Amiga. So any of that. I've heard of Silent Hunter though.
Was it there was an old version of Wire, and then they later on made it sort of like 3D Battle Zone, like with tanks.
I don't know.
I remember there was several of them, like 20, 55, and then something else. I can't remember. That was pretty cool when it was like 3D.
You guys are killing me. You know, I am looking like I don't have a clue what I'm doing, looking for this informant. Oh,
Sorry for that.
no, that's okay. But I'm like just flying around talking and not really looking. And I'm like,
You're getting sidetracked.
I don't really care about finding an informant. I'm just, it's content, I'm just, it should be a nice bright spot here. Come on.
Oh, pretty spot.
Yeah, I'm thinking it should be just a nice bright spot of back here. Where are you? You're here somewhere. Oh my God, it's not bright. It's dark. No wonder. Now I know what I'm looking for though, so it'll be trivial to find it.
Landing gear deployed.
Looking for a white spot. No. A lot of this, looking for some of this type of stuff is pattern recognition. You just look for things that are different, don't belong, or of course humans are really suited for finding things like this. This pattern. Once I know what I'm looking for, and it probably would be brighter if there was any light here.
Bacterium Informem confirmed
Must
presence.
be on the horizon to your
Base
left.
value 8.42 million.
What?
Minimum sample distance
Some.
500
Oh, it's right there.
First
It's
partial
not
sample
bright.
collected.
Lights on.
You see that? Such far away.
It's all. Look at the soil. I mean, it's all white. So I mean, lights off.
It's a slightly,
It's an ice ball.
slightly darker patch.
Yeah.
Sample unavailable.
Well, that's because I already sampled it.
Oh, I missed that.
You got a 386 in storage. Ah. Back when I was in the Air Force, we had 386s. Then I remember when the 486 came out. Everybody's all excited. I remember when East Air Force Base got their T1. Oh my
Minimum
God.
distance
We were
reached.
living high then. Let me
You've
tell you.
traveled over 500 meters from previous
Isn't the
sample.
386 top out at 25 megahertz? If I remember correctly. Probably. not.
I'm like thinking that would be really high for a 386. Thinking like, I don't know, well maybe. I'm thinking more like 8 or so.
Okay.
I don't know, I could be wrong. I mean, there might be newer versions, later versions of it or something. Right?
I'll have a quick-
Maybe I'm thinking 286. I remember, there's 286s that we got first, then 386s, and we pretty much skipped the 386 because it came out, and then we got the 486s, and there was some type of interim processor thing that they did that sped things up, but it's really a piece of crap.
So from 12.5 megahertz to 40 megahertz.
My Apple II had a blinding, like 1 megahertz clock rate.
Huh. So it did come out with a co-processor. Maybe you just couldn't get them here. Maybe not in Australia.
Yeah,
That's why I
something you could get a coprocessor with. And then there was, when the Cyrix came out, there was a Cyrix coprocessor you could get.
Yeah.
something.
Launched in 1985.
You,
Get this.
you must be Googling something because Weezer's not.
Yeah, I am.
Like Weezer was telling you something, but I don't see where you're saying it.
You know, it was discontinued in 2007.
Second partial sample
That's
collected.
crazy. Must have been using it for engineering purposes or something.
Oh no, it might have been the government or something.
Okay.
Had, you know, didn't want to change the software or something. You know.
Yeah. Didn't have a floating point built in, I think. Ah, yeah, that could be what it was. So I remember I had to change to the 4860s
Yeah.
to play something. I can't remember if it was Quake or
Minimum
Doom or
distance reached.
something.
You've traveled over 500 meters from
I
previous
think they're all
sample.
going Pentium. Ah, they only
Pentium
just
2,
crossed
Pentium
2
3,
cents.
Pentium 4. I know there's one right here somewhere.
When they said stop, you went further, past every boundary they made. When they said stop, you went further.
So I think some of them had to do with the operating temperatures that they could work in. They haven't been able to do. I think it was something like that as well. Some of the older stuff just couldn't be replaced.
This is a perfect.
Charts can't show the world.
So, yeah, well, no, you're low, so.
Radio signals fade to black, but every time you come back round, you're planning your next path.
Here's some.
You broke right through their limits.
Last one. And after this, I'm going to start heading. Oh, wait, I'm not.
Isn't that something to your right as well? What the heck is it? I bet you on it. I don't like those pop-up screens, they annoy me.
You can turn those
I
off.
was wrong. Oh, okay.
You can turn those
I
off.
want a button,
Sample
so
collection
it,
complete.
only when you press a button it opens. Maybe there's a way to do that as well.
You're done on this part. Now, did you want me to? Here, I'll look around if you. Which way did you say?
If you're facing away, I thought it was to your right. That would probably be 50, 100 meters, but it's too close, I reckon. I don't think it's far enough for you to get the.
Well, there's one right there, then there's one right in front of me.
Oh,
Yep.
Okay, there you go.
That one, and there's one right there, the one that I sampled is right there.
Yeah, that's maybe that's the one I was looking. Yeah, it would be. Yeah, yeah.
You were right.
That, it looked further away.
Mhm.
I was looking at it.
Right, I wonder if I can make it in one jump. Let's see. I don't know how far we are from the carrier. Yep, one jump.
Did you know I got a carrier?
About time. Walker was telling me how he was, basically giving you stuff so you could get a carrier.
Yeah, he wants me to fast track me for all this stuff. I think.
Then he would say that. Then he would go, "Well, no, he's earning it." I mean, I'm like, "No, he's not. You're giving him extra money for this."
Yeah.
That's the way it works. You need another billion? I'll give you $1 billion.
No. I'm not out. I said, basically, I just want to do exploring and some as. Matt, he wants me to fast track me up.
He wants to use you. He wants to use you to do the colonization
sure.
stuff.
Yeah, I know.
I did that for a week and a half or so with him and Claire doing stuff. And I said, I'm not going to do this forever. I'm just going to do it. And then I'm going to head back out. But I did. Anyway, speaking of, guess who just come online?
Okay.
Yep.
But he has 2 hours sleep. Naps.
Let's go. Now, Gweezer, you'll get to see what the carrier looks like and how I turn in and how much money I'm going to make. I'm just goofing off doing this. I'm only one jump away from the carrier. It's only 77 light years away. You get that in one jump.
Jumping to next systems.
Yeah, I'm at 65 at the moment. So,
You got the Guardian booster?
yeah,
Yeah, so do I.
because I've only just, grade 4 SSD.
Dollar bills.
Scanning now.
I will surely fly right by this carrier because it's right next. Unless I get smart and just. We can do it fast enough.
I was gonna watch you finish this and then go and eat.
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap up here. When I'm done selling things in the carrier, I'll in my stream and call it a night. It's only 4 o'clock in the morning my time, so. Really nice to meet you, Gweezer. I'll be on later. Yeah,
Sorry to interrupt.
it's okay.
You'll have to come and game with us or something if he wants to, of course.
So what, huh?
Geezer. Gweezer.
Oh.
Gee whiz, it messes
Yeah,
me up.
I'm not sure he even has the game anymore.
No. Did you get burnt out, Gweezer?
Said he was pretty much tied up in Ballatro or whatever. I don't know if the name of it was something like that. Some game, I guess. I don't know.
You are welcome at this
I was unfamiliar with it. I just nodded my head and smiled and went along with it. I had no idea. But I completely understand real life and other things take precedent. Other games might even take precedent.
Yeah. I keep forgetting how to play.
Well, you got to keep
yeah.
playing it, then you'll remember.
Yeah, I came back after about a year and a half. Like I was playing it for only about 5 months. Came back, it was like starting all over again. Like, oh man, there's so much.
Heck, I just dread changing joysticks and having new buttons. I mean, because I've got all this muscle memory of all these buttons being programmed into my brain that I do now, and I change to that X56, I'll be like going, man, I won't even be able to fly.
Welcome back. I'm not
Take
gonna
a
say
while.
that every time you show up.
Like if you no desk space. Otherwise, I'd say like you try it out like in private or something. Not streaming for like an hour or two.
Oh yeah. I hooked it up, but I had a problem because I plugged it into my USB hub, and I kept getting intermittent USB issues. So I plugged in computer instead of the hub and see. But I got all these switches and stuff, and I'm like, oh. And then when I did it, even though I had custom key bindings, and didn't forget my key bindings per se, when I reselected my current joystick now's bindings, it still screwed them up. Some of them, mysteriously stopped working, and I had to go remap them and stuff. Like my my SRV controls, for some reason, went away.
I remember having to work that out. Couldn't work out why it was driving the way it was, and then I just had to press flipping FA off, and everything was normal, pretty much. Yeah, the programming of your sticks, I tried that in DSCS and almost drove me nuts. Hours and hours and hours of looking at videos, trying to do one thing, and I couldn't find it.
Oh, 18, oh, that must be because of the Earthlight and stuff I mapped, but there's 18 million cartographic data. That's pretty good.
Question.
Answer.
I haven't questioned. Okay.
Today.
Yes. In your carrier, you know how you've got the service tariffs. Do they apply to your squadron and friends?
I don't know. I don't have friends or squadron mates that actually been on my carrier doing anything.
I've been on your carrier.
I don't. I think they're universal. I
You said
think.
friends.
Yeah. I think they're universal though.
Okay, I might have turned that off.
I don't know if you can.
You can.
Man,
Set them up.
I can set up the carrier access, but the tariffs, I don't think you can say charge everybody except my friends. You know,
That must be everything. Everybody.
I'll look at that in a second. Let me try.
That's okay.
Let me cash in and see what I got here. 33.
running cost.
Look at that, 33 million. That's the base value. So multiply it times 5.
Must be at
100
least 10 seconds behind.
167. You know, my monitor on the stream manager thing for YouTube Studio tends to get behind. But I just have to drag the
No big deal. I'm not
thing
worried.
over to
More to share?
get it to catch back up.
Thanks you for your contribution.
Hashing. Oops. That's 150 million, and I've been really just goofing off, so I'm
Touching.
trying to do stuff, yeah. 170 million almost, so.
It's like you say cash for a cash. It's like the English
How do you say quiche?
quiche,
Well,
as in quiche Lorraine.
some people say cash, some people say cachet. I don't know.
Interesting. That's just a change in 200 years.
Some people can't speak American. I don't know. I won't say English. I say American. Yeah.
I call it Americanese.
Yeah.
Mostly, it's just a few odds and ends with it, specifically different, other than spelling.
Yeah, some spelling is different. But you guys, you Aussies, you guys have some unique language constructs that y'all use. Completely.
Loading suit systems.
Could be the
What? Voice attack? What'd you do? What? I didn't say disembark. Sometimes voice attack thinks it hears me say things. Okay, let me look at the carrier services here and see about these tariff things and stuff or whatever they are. See if I can do a Donald Trump here and slap some tariffs on something.
Okay.
All right,
9,000%.
Iridium. Let's just see.
That's what I got to pick up.
Oh wait, no, that's not. It's the services. I can't do it on item by item. You have to do that. That would be a carrier service.
Doing this for glory, not doing this for fame.
What are you looking for?
Just need to know what's waiting.
Services.
That's commodities.
Yeah. Trying to find where that's at.
Is it going down? No. I don't see that.
It must be under budget then. Weekly upkeep. Investigation summary.
First, second. There. That's right.
Because I know, like for I know I've seen this somewhere. Manage market.
Go to the cog. You're down the bottom just before the exit.
Speak English. You talking about settings?
Yeah. That's not settings though.
Talking about the
That's
gear?
market management. Yeah.
The gear is
We call it
setting.
a cog.
Yeah, I understand that.
Okay.
The docking.
Settings?
Yeah, you put your cursor over it and it says settings.
Hmm.
There's nothing here to modify the percentages of the, that's why I said those are generally under the services where you specify what, like, like repair. Let's see. What do you, I know I can pick how much I charge people for certain services, so.
Yeah, there is I can't remember.
Where is it at?
Not in there. Go right down. None of them would tell you. the second. I know, like if I was in Galaxy Net, it has to be the first couple. It's not bartender.
Not
Various services.
managed service tariff. There it is. Managed service tariffs
Okay.
under budget. Okay, so you can specify an amount, but you can't say no friends. Don't charge friends or anything. Are these? Oh, why am I? I shouldn't be charging anything. It'd be different. I would set amounts to charge things if NPCs paid anything.
Yeah, I was saying that yesterday. I thought, like, if it, even just a little bit, like if they, made something.
Okay. Well, that's that.
No, it's-
That was there somewhere. All right, guys. I am going to end my stream. And Gweezer, thank you very much for coming in and hanging out. I enjoyed chatting with you. I don't know if you use Twitch, but I'm on Twitch more often than I am on YouTube. But I am trying to stream more often on YouTube, but usually not this late at night. That's not true. I do tend to stream at night, but I try to get to bed before now, but I've been having fun, so. But I am going to end it here, guys, so hang on. You can stay on Discord with me in a moment there, Rod, but I'm going to go ahead and end my stream. So,
see you, Gweezer.
Yeah, have a good one. And now it's time for some fun while I'm ending my stream.
A word from our sponsor. Nobody. This absolute chaos is proudly sponsored by Nobody. That's right, Nobody brings you this content because, frankly, nobody cares about your entertainment. With Nobody in your corner, you're guaranteed a front row seat to, well, whatever this is. Nobody offers zero support, zero quality, and absolutely nobody to answer your complaints. Why settle for something when you can have nothing with Nobody? So grab a drink, mute your expectations, and enjoy the show, because nobody is watching, and nobody cares about your content enjoyment. Thanks to Nobody, we're live, unfiltered, and probably unhinged. Let's get this train wreck rolling.
I just wanted to say, if you managed to make it through the video this far, if you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe. It will really help my channel out. Have a great day, and thanks for watching.
Plunging the stars for a world like home. Aft explorer drifting through the dark we roam. Scanners up, signals strong. Every system's a map, every scan's a song. From the edge of the void to the planets untold. Hunting for life in the cosmic cold. Alien signals beneath the sky. Exobiology waiting, no limits to fly. From the edge of the void to the planets untold. Hunting for life in the cosmic cold. Alien signals beneath the sky. Exobiology waiting, no limits to fly. Earth-like worlds untouched and wild. Pirates out there with fury piled. Between the peace and danger's call, Bacardi stands strong, never will fall. Bacardi's on the hunt, stars in his sight. Exploring the unknown through endless nights. From Earth-like dreams to the pirate's fire. With the Corvette blazing, his enemies retire. Trekking life forms, chasing down the fight. In the depths of space, he's the guiding light. Boots hit the ground, scanners ping alive. Biological wonders in the deep survive. Through the nebula's reach, to the stars untamed. Every new discovery adds to the game. But there's danger out there in the pirate zone. Federal Corvettes, engines moan. Locked in tight, no mercy given. When pirates attack, it's survival driven. Between the stars and battles fought, he never loses the mission he's got. Life in the black, Born for the quest, Bacardi pushes on, never needs rest. Bacardi's on the hunt, stars in his sight, exploring the unknown through endless nights. From Earth-like dreams to the pirate's fire, with the Corvette blazing, his enemies retire. Trekking life forms, chasing down the fight. In the depths of space, he's the guiding light. From the blackest void to the brightest star, Bacardi's traveled the galaxy near and far. No pirate too strong, no world too small. Commander Bacardi answers the call, exploring the mysteries, fighting the foe. In the galaxy's depths, it's where he'll go. Bacardi's on the hunt, stars in his sights, exploring the unknown through endless nights. From Earth-like dreams to the pirate's fire, with the Corvette blazing, his enemies retire. Trekking life forms, chasing down the fight. In the depths of space, he's the guiding light. From the blackest void to the brightest star, Bacardi's traveled the galaxy near and far.